Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the zodiac sign Aquarius Enemies, and yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Well, anyway, people, first thing I'll look at as far as Aquarius enemies go, look at the 7th house cusp. Now, in a solar or natal chart for Aquarius, the zodiac sign Leo will fall on the 7th house cusp of open enemies or open adversaries. And so this person could be somebody that may be a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply be somebody that embodies Leo-like characteristics. And it could be, somebody that could be in a Leo-like profession. I want to say, though, is keep in mind, though, people, that of course, if this is like a significant other or romantic situation, then these two could be compatible. But other than that, the situation between these two signs can be contentious. And going back to the Leo-like profession, well, it could be, people that are involved in the theater, the entertainment industry, people that are very in some creative field, people that may work with children or in some kind of amusement field, such as in amusement parks or some kind of casino or anything where gambling might be involved or some kind of speculation. Now, these two signs, they're very strongly apart. Leo, of course, often wants people to revolve around them. Aquarius likes to often revolve around other people and their needs. And you have Leo too, that could be rather extravagant, and Aquarius, well, they're fine. The way they are monetarily could be somewhat enigmatic and might confuse Leo to some degree. Aquarius might be someone that could be extravagant on big things, but then smaller items may be frugal. Another thing too, where there's a strong disparity between these two signs, is that Leo can often be about seeking exposure and notoriety and can be very flamboyant, and Aquarius often just they like to be in their really, they often just like to blend in with friends and collaborate with friends and others on projects, and they're not really seeking any kind of limelight. And Aquarius, though, may still get it to some degree, but they're generally not trying as much as Leo. Aquarius can actually be rather magnetic and charismatic, I think. So, and you might find in some instances where you might have Leo suing Aquarius for some innovative ideas. In all seriousness, because Leo wants the recognition, and anything that they think they might have had something to do with, maybe they might get a little bit angry at Aquarius getting the credit for, as opposed to them. Now, anyway, let me go. We're going to go to the 12th house cusp now of hidden adversaries or hidden enemies. Now, for Aquarius, Capricorn often falls on the 12th house cusp of hidden enemies or adversaries. So this could be somebody that has a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply somebody that embodies Capricorn-like characteristics. Now, it could be somebody that are in that could be people that are just very serious, stern disposition, people that are rather conventional and orthodox, the people that generally are going to be about the true and the tried. And the thing about this is, well, first thing I want to get at is that, some people ponder, well, how does that sign that may fall in the 12th house cusp, how can that fall, how does that equate to one being a hidden enemy or hidden adversary? And I think the answer can lie in the fact that perhaps that the 12th house cusp, the sign on it, can really often represent the qualities that might be suppressed in ourselves or that are hidden from us. And when you look at the 12th house cusp, the sign on it, those people, maybe for that reason, because it's hard for us to see those qualities in ourselves or anything connected with that sign on the 12th house cusp in ourselves, we might have trouble seeing people associated with that sign, whether it's somebody, it might be a sun, moon, or ascendant of that sign, or somebody that simply embodies characteristics of that sign. Now, going back to why Capricorn can be hidden enemy for Aquarius? Well, I think that the obvious thing that comes to mind is that, I mean, they might be one sign apart, but there's a strong disparity between the two, given that Aquarius can often be like the maverick or very radical and really often about new ideas, progression, and really futuristic and very innovative, where the sign of Capricorn is often very orthodox, conventional. They're more reluctant to try new things, and I think that's why part of the reason that Aquarius might draw perhaps a hidden enemy in Capricorn. It could be because of that strong disparity. And keep in mind too that Aquarius can often be the rebel, and you have Capricorn is often about authority, so you can do the math on that, and that's why maybe they might draw Capricorn as a hidden enemy. Now, keep in mind too that enemies for Aquarius are not restricted, I don't believe, by the sign on the 7th house cusp and the one on the 12th house cusp. Keep in mind, there are two other signs that are square by sign, Taurus and Scorpio. Now, Taurus, I mean, the obvious thing that comes to mind with them is the fact that, I mean, you have Aquarius that is very progressive, futuristic. They're often into new, innovative ideas, can be very ingenious. And Taurus, well, they're not always like, generally Taurus is about a lot like Capricorn, the true and the tried. They're very conservative that way, and their focus really isn't on innovation generally and doing things that are new and different. Aquarius is often very friendship oriented, and Taurus, well, I mean, they're really more introverted and not so much into that. Aquarius can see Taurus as rather boring and monotonous, and Taurus may very well see Aquarius as overly unpredictable and maybe even erratic. So this is why these two often do not get along and clash. Now, Scorpio is square by sign as well, and a lot of this has to do with it's really the fact that they're in conflict, that Scorpio can often be controlling, and Aquarius really isn't into that. They may try to control freedom-loving Aquarius, and Aquarius can really, that could be something that would make Aquarius rather irate, to say the least. And Aquarius is often, they're more future-oriented, more progressive. They're looking into the future, and sometimes, I mean, you have a Scorpio that could be rather vengeful and holding grudges for a while, and they might be kind of stuck in the past a little bit. So I think for those reasons that these two really do not get along in many instances. Now, as an enemy, well, Aquarius, I mean, they might do something, I mean, high tech or something computer related, might hijack your computer or do something with your social media profile, hack your computer, and something connected with cybercrime against people when maybe if they are an enemy or adversaries. I mean, Aquarius can be like that universal friend. They can make their friends pretty quick, but they might have that ability to turn your own friends against you. So that's something to look at. Now, I'm being facetious about this, people. If Aquarius, if an enemy, what you do, well, come up with better ideas. Maybe come up with something more innovative than them. Get more friends than them. And, Uranus is ruling Aquarius, and that's over electricity. Hey, do a little practical joke on them. Take a hand buzzer on them one day and shake their hand and give them a little shock. So nothing that'll really hurt them that much, though, of course. So anyway, people, but of course I'm joking about that. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Aquarius enemies. Stay tuned next time where I'll be talking about Pisces enemies. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.